Hi, I'm Casey McKeon, a lifelong HB resident and Eric Peterson's Charter Review Commissioner. Tonight, the council will begin their deliberations on amending our city charter, which is the Constitution of Huntington Beach. The council will focus on charter amendments that our charter commission recommended. There are some great recommendations, but unfortunately, the entire recommendation package is tainted because a majority of the focus was on removing the elected city clerk, treasurer, and attorney positions and making them appointed. That is why I voted no on submitting this package of charter recommendations, Mr. Posey. The red meat they will want us to focus on is Section 300, where they make the clerk, treasurer, and attorney appointed positions rather than elected. But everyone focus. The real focus should be on their use of lawfare and legalese to essentially nullify the elected city attorney position by adding one sentence to Section 309. This sentence already exists in Section 304, but not Section 309, which deals with the city attorney powers and duties. The way the charter currently reads, council may hire other attorneys, but those attorneys must work under the purview of the elected city attorney's office. This was also upheld by a court decision that affects HB as it was focused on the charter specifically. By adding this one sentence to Section 309, they are nullifying the elected city attorney position and rendering him appointed. Please, HB residents, stay focused and diligent on their recommended charter amendments and pay close attention to their use of legalese on the ballot initiatives language. Let's fight to defend our democracy by preserving our right to vote for our city clerk, treasurer, and attorney positions. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Pat Burns, and I've been a resident for about 29 years in the city of Huntington Beach. And first off, I'd like to say, unfortunately, he's not present. Eric Peterson, for convincing me and egging me on for the last 2 years to run for council. The rest of you, plus one, she's not here. I want to thank you guys, and I appreciate giving me every incentive and motivation to run to try to replace you. I am thoroughly let down and disgusted that you guys got into this whole OCPA mess. The evidence was there, the information was available for you guys to know that it was a bad idea. And if you didn't, you were negligent in your duties. You first got into the homeless hotel business, you got into the labor housing market, none of which properly served the residents and the businesses of this city. I really request you guys consider getting out of this mess, getting out of it as quick as you can. And the other request I have is 2 of you should bail out in any kind of discussion or decision making, because from all evidence and information, you guys are under investigation, and really it's a conflict of interest for you to participate in any of the discussions or decision making involving the OCPA. So my request is that you recuse yourself and let the ladies take over for the decision making. With that, I'm done.
My name is Gracie Vandermark, and I am here to speak regarding agenda item number 8. I had the opportunity to attend a charter review meeting. Most of my observations I posted online, but I will talk about them here today as well for those who are not on Facebook. The first thing I noticed is everybody there was having a great old time. Mr. Miller, who happens to be Dan Kalmick's appointee, was very clear about letting Casey McKeon know that we, the people, are not capable enough of electing our city attorney. So obviously we're good enough, smart enough, and qualified enough to pick you guys, but we're not qualified enough to pick our city attorney, even though you guys are supposed to represent us. Also, Mr. Miller, I am the one that was in the meeting, and I did record him saying that. He said, Casey McKeon asked him, well, does the person have to live in Huntington Beach? He goes, no, we can hire somebody from Chicago. That's on video as well. Appointee Mulville and Miller agreed with Charles Ray when Charles Ray said that he was actually, which is your appointee, Mike, he said that he was actually doing a good thing by giving us an option. What, an option to give up our right to vote for our city attorney? That seems like backwards thinking to me. Barbara, your appointee made a lot of sense. She actually said that doing this would be a slap in our face. It's not just a slap in our face, it's a spit in our face, because we feel like we've been trampled on by the majority of you guys. Not you, Eric. We appreciate you. want to keep electing our city attorney, our city clerk, and our treasurers. And we don't want you guys to take that from us, or at least give us the option to give that option up. I just don't even understand why at the end of the meeting that Mr., what's his name, Damon Murchef actually sat there, grinned, and said, hey, guys, we did a good thing here today. No, they did not. They sat there and agreed that we're not smart enough to make this decision. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Freedom for the streets, freedom for the people preaching peace, freedom for your soul even after you're deceased, freedom of speech, free in your mind, freedom for the soldiers behind enemy lines, freedom for the poor, prisoners of war, freedom like the waves crashing upon the shore, freedom for all standing tall, freedom for the streets, freedom for the people preaching peace, freedom for your soul even after you're deceased, freedom of speech, free in your mind, freedom for the soldiers behind enemy lines, freedom for the poor, prisoners of war, freedom like the waves crashing upon the shore, freedom for all standing tall.